Here we go.
We have done it. We have gone through every conference, every major conference. Okay. We went through, talked about their win totals, talked about what changed, what's happening, coaches changes, all that stuff. The last, 4 weeks? So we are finally to it where we can start giving you guys some better betting advice, right? We're talking about futures, Heisman, and even a college football playoff preview. And then next week, we're on to week 0, and we start our top 5 up. So we're here. We're for it. Good things are happening. Let's see what the guys have for some Heisman ideas, for some futures, as well as anything else that pops up here for today. So let's get into it. Welcome to Lock It In on the Raccoon Sports Hub. My name is Tanner Dawson. Joining me, of course, is Scott Cope and Alan Perales. Fellas, happy Saturday. We're almost there. We're almost there.
1 week.
Almost there.
1 week away.
Is there a Thursday or a Friday game this week coming up? Gotta be. Or is it Saturday?
I think it's
just Saturday, if I remember correctly. Or at least this week it is, and then it goes into Thursday, Friday for week 1.
Yeah, Saturday, August 29th is the first FBS 1 game, and then that continues on through the weekend. So, yeah, it's here. We kick off. We kick off next week at 11 a.m. with a UNC TCU game across seas, I believe. Right? Is it across seas?
Yeah, figures Belichick would open up the college football season. It just makes awful sense. Yeah, I think it's across the pond.
Yep. So, hey, we'll be going live right before that. We'll see if they're on our slate or not. I mean, we'll give you the whole breakdown next week around 10 a.m. Central. So, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited it's finally here. I've been waiting to put some bets in here. So.
Oh, God. I get so desperate at first the Hall of Fame game. I put in that one bet. I hit, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!" But that's it. I haven't done anything else since.
I've nothing. I've been waiting.
Just
waiting.
The reason I put the bet in Carson Beck over his passing yards was because the new head coach in Arizona said it's a Carson Beck showcase game. So I'm like, okay. I'm going to do it.
I mean, it made sense. Like, if you have, I'm go for it.
But normally, I would not put in a preseason bet. I just put in one since football was back. But I can't wait till start putting in bets for week 0 next week.
We're almost there. But today, guys, we're going to give you Heisman. We're going to talk some Heisman guys to possibly look forward to, as well as futures in general. And then Alan has our college football playoff prediction at the end of the show here. I will say, guys, we were talking before the show a little bit, and I just came up, and I'm a little disappointed. There were some rules made to adjust all these college football picks. And last few years, I got to do college. I was looking forward to it. Dude, college football player props. And now, as of August 2026, that is no longer allowed in Kansas, and I can't say I'm too happy about this. So,
is this because of the amount of gambling that's going? It must be the amount of gambling that's going on in college sports.
Yeah, well, you're seeing it across an MLB too, right? And I think you're across all sports where there's not only where they're banning it, but they're also limiting how much you can actually put down on certain props. I know the NBA and MLB were looking at that a few months ago. NFL's looking at that, as well. So like these books are going to start limiting like how much you can put down on a certain prop for that.
Okay, so here would be my question, and I don't know if you know this or not, but can you double and triple up on the bet? Can you put in one bet? Say it's I don't know, Trey Young over 21.5 points, and you feel really good about it. I wonder if you can put the maximum and then go back in and rebet it, and then go back in and rebet it again. Or if it's just going to say you've already bet it, you can't bet it again. That would be what college football should do. Say, okay, you have a $10 limit, and then see if you can double and triple and do whatever you're going to do with it. But maybe
you got alternatives too, but usually they're a little juicier, right?
I'll have to check when I go to Vegas to see if they play props up. But Vegas might be the only place you can do this now.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So,
for the locking in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'll have to see when NFL weekend's going, and I'll let you guys know.
So, last week, guys, I got to go on a road trip for work here, and went to South Bend on Sunday night. Got in late here. I'll get some pictures put together. I can show you guys, but it was like 9 o'clock at night Eastern, and went up and saw the stadium. Saw the practice fields. We walked around the whole entire campus. Pretty cool spot there.
Yeah.
That, and then on the way back Thursday, towards we went to Normal, Illinois. Stayed on Illinois State's campus.
Cool.
And then also before we did that, after we left Owasso, Michigan, we stopped at East Lansing. Took a picture of the football stadium. I'm telling you, Michigan State has a massive campus. I was looking where the basketball, spot was, and it was another 10 minutes of walk time. And I was like, well, I gotta get on the road. So,
really,
yeah,
it's that spread out.
Yeah, I did want to get some college, campuses in and see what I could see. Michigan's in Ann Arbor, a little further away, but Illinois State Stadium was like still another 15 walk from where I was at, but still, it was pretty cool. I got to do some things. Got to go to Steel Brewery as well on Thursday night, right there in Normal. So, big place. Holy cow, that's a big brewery. So,
what's the football stadium hold in Michigan State, Tanner? 70,000, 60,000? Is it that big?
Stadium capacity. It's a big one. Notre Dame was full of
Notre Dame's huge.
Buildings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, from what I understand, Notre Dame's just like not this past year, but 2 of the last 3 years have just added seats wherever they could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michigan State Stadium has capacity of approximately 75,000.
75,000. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they probably get it every week. They probably get it every week too.
Oh, they do. Like, even though they're not really in much contention, people show up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Game that's a 77,622 for it.
Even like with Illinois State, they still draw a pretty good crowd because this is a team we remember the last couple of years. They were FCS runner-up 2 years ago, and they made it to the semifinal last year. So this is a very competitive team in FCS play. So they definitely draw a crowd.
Yeah. Yep.
I was looking up Oklahoma's. They're 86,112.
Oh yeah, I could definitely attest to that because not only have I been in that stadium twice and seen how big it is, they are adding to it. They're adding another a layer up top. I literally live like 2 minutes down from the stadium, so I hear it too. I hear it.
Is Michigan the only one that has 100,000 capacity?
I don't think so.
I would think you would think that like
A&M,
Alabama could probably, A&M could probably.
You figure Notre Dame too, since
LSU, especially at night, would definitely pack in 100,000 people in there.
Let me see.
Neyland Stadium could be another one.
In a minute, I'll give you your top 5 in capacity.
Okay.
While it's doing that here, the Jayhawks is 41,525 currently. Will eventually be 47,233 next year when they finish the top student section. BC is 44,500. UMass is 17,000. It is the smallest stadium in the MAC by a wide margin. And then Illinois State there in normal has 13,391. So that's
the seventh. That's equivalent to almost a high school stadium for UMass. That's about the size of my graduating school stadium.
Half of Fenway Park. Fenway Park's 35. No.
Michigan. So the top 5 2026 season by capacity. Michigan's number 1 with 107,601. Beaver Stadium, Penn State, with 106,572.
Wow.
And then Ohio State, 102,780. Kyle, right? Texas A&M,
Kyle Field,
1,733. And number 5, LSU, Tiger Stadium, Death Valley, 102,321. So,
yeah,
that's your top 5 capacities football stadiums.
And they're making renovations to the baseball stadium too, to where they can fit like at least 8. What is it? Jonathan said something like they're trying to get like 20,000 in the baseball stadium.
Yeah. So, I mean, 107,000. You charge what? $50 a ticket, $40 a ticket, whatever you charge. I'm sure it's more, but millions of dollars. I mean, Michigan football brings in millions of dollars to that program. Those all those top 5s bringing millions of dollars to that athletic budget. So
it's insane. It's insane.
It is. It is.
Yep. Cool. I'll get pictures up posted on my X at tan12489. Go check those out. I'll try to get those done here in the next couple of days. I'm gonna brighten them up a little bit so they aren't as dark. But it was pretty cool campus. Especially after a almost 11-hour drive, getting out there to be able to walk. It was just walking around campus. Nice night for it too. So good times.
Notre Dame's a bucket list. Going to that stadium. It's a total bucket list.
Yeah. Great hotel space and restaurants and bars literally right across the way.
So I'm looking at this is for Red River. This is for the Cotton Bowl between Oklahoma and Texas. The cheapest seat I'm finding is $583 to sit.
Much.
The closest ground level is almost $1,600. It's over $1,600
for holy moly. They play that in the Cotton Bowl, right?
Yeah, it's in the Cotton Bowl. Yep,
at the Cotton Bowl. Okay, $1,600 for holy moly. College sports has gotten almost as expensive as in professional sports in some instances.
The cheapest. Here, this is just for a UTEP game, for a Friday night UTEP game. The cheapest one I found is $53.
See, that's not bad. See, I would pay that to go to a college football game.
The press box seat is like $536 for the press box seat.
Dang, really?
Yeah. Field level though is only like $131. That's the most expensive I've seen. So for a non-conference game against a non-conference opponent, that's actually not bad.
And before we go on, UMass ticket prices, $15 to $50.
Sold. Season ticket holder. Done. Be there.
You want to watch losing? There you go.
I want to watch the AI team, man. I want to watch the AI team,
I know.
Okay. See how it's coached up. I'll be watching them.
Okay, so now this is different because this is Texas A&M coming in. The cheapest I found is like $200 some bucks. That's for the Texas A&M game later. Yeah. SEC ain't cheap. I'll say that.
No, it isn't.
It ain't cheap at all.
Insane. All right, let's get into it, boys. Let's start talking about some futures, some Heisman, some college football, and some bets. Let's start with the Heisman's, guys. Let's kick this out here. Heisman, of course, is always the big individual player award, right? Normally, it's to the best player in the nation. Sometimes we can disagree ourselves with our opinions on that. The the last few years or so. Hasn't completely been. It's not completely unreal, but sometimes it can get a little crazy. Sometimes it's also media hype. I feel like, just like NBA MVP, NFL MVP. Got to make sure somebody gets it. And like Josh Allen, he got gifted his MVP. My Jayhawks Joel Embiid got gifted his MVP. So sometimes you got to do that for guys that's been in the league for a minute and it performed well. So, what's our thoughts here? What do we want to start with? Name one player, kick it out. Who we thinking? Who's the favorite? What do we got?
All right. So the way I do my Heisman bets is I narrow it down to who I think could be in the national championship game or win it. So there's 4 teams max that I think could win it this year. Notre Dame, Miami, Florida, Ohio State, and Georgia. Georgia's loaded this year. So I'm right now, I haven't put a bet in yet, but I'm down to Gunnar Stockton and Julian Sayin for my 2 Heisman Trophy winners. Gunnar Stockton's major plus money.
1,900.
And Julian Sayin is probably one of the co-favorites, if not the favorite. So
he's actually plus 1,200. He's 5th.
Yeah. And if we know anything about Ohio State quarterbacks, they're really good in college. And then when they get past college, it tends to kind of tail off a little bit. So that's what I'm down to. And he's a bet that I make. I may put both in and split a unit half on Sayin, half on Stockton. But in order to win a Heisman, I'm not saying it's a quarterback award because sometimes it's not. We've seen Devonta Smith win it. We've seen Mark Ingram win it. That's where I go. And I'm even looking at the Ohio State wide receiver. I think it's Smith. That'd be another one that I'd look at too. So those 3 for me. But again, it depends who I think is going to win it or make to the national championship game. That's how I do my Heisman.
Okay. I don't mind that at all. Alan, what do you got?
So favorite wise, I mean, it's obvious. It's CJ Carr right now at plus 700. He's the favorite. Arch Manning is in there. Dante Moore is in there.
Are you surprised, though, that CJ Carr is over Arch Manning as a favorite?
No, because I think voters look at last year and say, is that the Arch Manning we're getting?
SEC versus Notre Dame?
The beginning.
Well, and then there's also a lot of people are looking at Notre Dame's schedule and saying, oh, that's a cakewalk for them. And by proxy, they're going to be like Notre Dame. And a lot of people are picking Notre Dame to win the national championship. So it's kind of the similar point to what Scott's saying is that, look at who you think is going to be in the national championship and whoever that's going to be, make your pick. I think it's not a bad pick there, but me personally, I don't see that. There's 2 guys that I'm looking at. There's one that I like as a favorite and one that I like as a long shot for Heisman. The favorite one is Darian Mensah from Miami. I do think Miami could be a national championship contender this year, and if that's the case, I think he's going to be in those talks to be the Heisman favorite. I really like that Miami team this year. I think they're better than what they were last year. So don't be surprised if they go on a better run than they did last year. And then my long shot is actually plus 2,500, and it's not who you think it is. It's actually Jaden Maiva from USC. If that offense, it's that off. Yeah.
Put up what you're drinking. Put up what you're drinking.
Sprite.
Is there something in that Sprite? USC? You going USC?
Oh, yeah, you can't spell gin or vodka.
Just wait till we get to the CFP at the end. You're gonna literally blow a gasket. But yeah, Jaden Maiva at USC. That offense has been a top 3 offense for the last few years. And if USC makes a run this year, there's your long shot.
Yeah.
There's your long shot.
Yep. I can see it.
I'll throw another one at you too. That's plus 5,500 is Bear Brockmeyer. at BYU.
And I don't hate that. I don't hate it because I think we all think BYU is going to have a really good year this year. What's up, Sam?
Sammy.
So I don't really hate that. I think the one thing that I've known in the past is the favorite. That's the preseason betting favorite. Usually, is not the guy that wins it. Like Arch Manning was a preseason betting favorite last year, and he did not win it. So usually in a Heisman vote, the guy that's the preseason favorite is not going to win it, and you can X him off your list. That's in usual years. I don't know how we feel about this year, but
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up what I want. Dang it. I hit a button and lost everything. But you're right, because that's usually how it works, though. It's like normally it's what was it last year? He was
Arch Manning was ended up plus 450 or something like that.
But wasn't it like the third or fourth favorite going in the season? Who won it?
Won it? Yeah, it was like the fourth. I think it was the fourth favorite, and he was preseason at like 13 or 1400 to win it. Mendoza, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
So you usually, like I said, Arch Manning was like everybody was on him last year at the beginning of the season. Oh, how can he not win it? He's going to Texas. That's an offensive juggernaut. He's got weapons around, and he didn't win it because he wasn't as consistent.
What about Chambliss, Mississippi State?
Chambliss plus 1,300 right now for Chambliss.
I don't mind that at all.
Same, by the way, as Indiana's quarterback, Josh Hoover.
See, I got for best odds too. I'm on, so I go to Betting Pros to see a big market spread across all the books that I can see. I got Chambliss and Sayin at plus 1,329.
See, Sayin I could see being in the mix because Ohio State's going to be really good again. They're always good. They could win the Big Ten, so I can see him being in the mix. Chambliss, if Chambliss starts off with 3 games of astronomical production, he's going to shoot right up to the favorite or co-favorite. Mm-hmm. So, and I can see that too. I can see it too. Mm-hmm. A lot of people like him this year. A lot of people.
What about Sam Levitt at LSU?
I was just about to ask that. Yeah. Hey, Lane Kiffin has staff pretty much, right? Like proud over. We remember we did the preview. I believe they were number 1 recruiting class going in this year when we did our preview. So they're set up well.
Do we wait on Levitt until after the Clemson game? It's
right now. It's plus 2,400, right? And you got Stockton, Hoover, Moore. You got Julian Smith.
Sam, if Tennessee beats Texas, I will love you for the rest of my life.
Oh God, there's definitely something in there. It's at LSU. I think I can see LSU beating Clemson, and if you have a good feeling on Levitt, take a shot on him.
I mean, man, you put down a couple bucks, $5.
Yeah, yeah.
2,400 might be sitting there.
Yeah, that's not bad. That might be.
I'll throw another name out, but from one of my surprise teams this year, and we talked about him a few weeks ago. But Drew Mistemaker at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, you mentioned
if that team does a complete 180 and they go to a conference championship, you think there's a chance that they throw his name in there?
Well, they invite 5. So who do we think would be the 5 to get invited? Sayin?
So
Stockton, Levitt.
I have more in my list.
Dante Moore's. Is he starting? Yeah, he is starting for Oregon. Right?
Yeah.
So he'd be another one.
Yeah, Dante Moore in my list.
And
Chambliss would be the 5th. Oh no, Arch Manning. I forget about him. He'll get an invite. He might not
my top three right now are Darian Mensah, Gunnar Stockton, and Josh Hoover. And then if I had to add a couple more, it would be Sam Levitt and Jaden Maia.
Yeah, there's always that one guy that comes out of nowhere that has a phenomenal season.
Yeah, and I got two other potentials to throw out there. So I got pretty much everybody you got. I circled some dark horses, right? That came into play. Allen, Deer,
Those would be my two on the outside looking in, would be John Mateer and Drew Mestamaker.
and then of course Gunnar Stockton's in there, and then my other one is Malachi Toney, wide receiver for Miami. A little outside.
Malachi Toney, yeah. I think that's a.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got it here on DraftKings. Let me see if I can find him.
I just don't want to see.
I can tell you what it is. I just saw him. He is plus 3,800. So
see, that'd be a bet I'd be behind too.
Yeah, and I do like that too. I like Toney. I mean, if you look at what
same as Bryce Underwood, which if he goes 180 from what he was last year, then Bryce Underwood could be another dark horse.
It's 4,900 for Bryce Underwood. The only issue with Bryce Underwood is plays for Michigan, so they're gonna stink.
Yeah. Michigan's just gonna run the ball.
That's all they're gonna do.
That's all they're gonna do. The only fear I have with the Heisman is that there's a defensive player that totally dominates and screws us all up, like Woodson did that 1 year.
Yeah,
just totally screwed it up.
That'd
be my fear.
Is there a running back though that we would look at for potential to talk? I mean, mainly receivers and quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What about the kid from Missouri that's really good?
Oh yeah, let me see if I can find him.
What's his name? Austin Simmons.
Hardy.
Ahmad Hardy is another one. Yeah.
Bo Jackson for Ohio State is plus 10,000 as well.
10,000.
So they're right next to each other there. Those are the first two running backs. The tier hitter for Michigan's plus 15,000. Yeah.
That would be my fear with this, is that somebody just screws it up that nobody's talking about right now. And as the season goes on, they just get better and better and better. And then the Heisman committee says, "Oh, we got to invite him. He couldn't win it."
They got Jackson Arnold at plus 40,000.
Of course, you would find him.
Sorry. Well, I mean, that's a lot of the group of five schools down here towards the end. Got Max Madsen from Boise State. It's down here.
I don't see, unfortunately. Well, yeah, we don't even know who's starting that freaking Kansas. So he still hasn't released a starting quarterback. So see what happens.
Mateer's plus 200 at MGM. Stockton's plus 1,600.
Yeah.
Jaden Maeva is plus 2,500. Marcel Reed's plus 2,500. See, some of these guys they're too bet up for me. Like
Reed with Texas A&M and Russ.
The thing with Marcel Reed though is that you got to look at what Texas A&M's schedule was last year.
Yeah.
It was kind of soft for an SEC schedule, so they got a much tougher road to go to.
And they lost their OC to K-State. So.
And then you're the top 20 team right now, and I don't get it. They're the team.
They're a top 10. They're a top 10. They're number 8.
I don't get it. I do not get it. Because they're going to be the first team that's going to get knocked down in the top 25 this year, for sure.
Because they were 2-2 against tough competition. That you beat Miami and Notre Dame. Wait a minute, did they beat Miami? No, they didn't play Miami. They beat Notre Dame. Not in the regular season. You beat Notre Dame, and I think there was one non-conference that they had. That one ranked conference game that they won. I'm not sure, but then you come back, you lose to Texas, which is a ranked team that was better than you on paper, and then you lose to Miami, who, despite the windiness, despite the cold, was still a better team than you on paper and in the game. So,
all right.
I'm actually warming up to Chambliss more and more now that we talked about it. I actually kind of like him.
tell you, I'm gonna probably pick 3. Throw $5 on it to the best sports book and let it ride.
Yeah.
Chambliss is like a double-edged sword for me because if they're good, yes, I want to throw it. I want to throw it on there. But if it turns out that Lane Kiffin was the reason why that offense was going, then yeah, I'm not.
See,
Chambliss would be like a mid-season bet for me if he's playing well.
Let's do this, you guys. Let's do this for our viewers so they know what's in our mind. Let's pick 3 guys that you're looking to throw money down on. That you would throw money.
3 each?
3 each.
Gunnar Stockton would be 1 for me. Trinidad Chambliss would be 2. And Julian Sayin would be my 3rd.
Alan?
I would also have Gunnar Stockton. I would have Darian Mensah. And I would go Josh Hoover, actually.
I have Stockton. I will go Moore. And then I will also go Sayin. So on my list. No Arch Manning for us, guys. What's wrong with us? Are we okay?
I haven't liked him for a year and a half now. Too inconsistent for me. Just too inconsistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the talk of preseason college football last year, and he went out and he laid eggs over and over and over again. So if you want to bet Arch Manning, you can send me the money on Venmo. I'll take it.
Donate it now, right?
donate to the Lock It In crew.
Oh, crap. Oh, man. All right. Cool. Heisman's out of the way. Now it's time. Let's talk some team futures here, okay? So we'll kind of go around the room. We'll just grab a team, and we'll say what you got, what futures you have out there, or players. You have player props. Obviously, it's banned now. Thanks, Kansas, for being dumb.
Welcome to my world, Tanner. Welcome to my world of player props.
That's all I want to do, man. Let me bet my player props.
They should do. Here's what each state should do quickly. No player props on your own team. Like you live where you live.
Yeah.
No player props on any player in that state. But any place else is fine.
KU. Hell, you can even extend that thing to Mizzou because Mizzou stinks. And
Yep.
you know, like I'm up for it. Like, don't let me bet those. That's fine.
Yep. Allen would be
Don't
Oklahoma.
restrict me from the whole freaking nation.
Allen would be Oklahoma State. I would be BC. UMass, there'd be no player props on UMass players, so I'm gonna have to worry about that.
The AI coach. That's the one I'm betting on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. What's he calling next? Anyways. So, all right. So we'll go around the room here. What you got, just futures wise and general here. It can be team wins, players. I don't care. And then we'll get CFP at the end here. Scott, start us off. What are you looking at?
So I'm on Notre Dame this year. I'm on Notre Dame big. I think me and Alan talked about it last year. Alan's not as high on them as I am. So I bet Notre Dame undefeated season at plus 160. Notre Dame exactly 12 wins, again at plus 160. And most regulars, no, that's not it. That's a different one. And Notre Dame to win the national championship. There's not a lot of pitfalls in that Notre Dame schedule. At BYU is a pitfall. And then, they're playing Miami. That's another pitfall, but they get them at Notre Dame. So that could help them out a lot. I just like Notre Dame a lot this year. I'm really high on Notre Dame. I think them getting booted out of the playoff last year. Did they get booted out of the playoff last year? They were out last year, right?
Yeah, they didn't even make it. They didn't even make it. Yeah.
So they're booting out of the playoff will give them chips on shoulders and incentive to win every football game and make sure that the committee puts them in. Along with the stupid rule of top 12 they get in. I don't care about the stupid rule. I think they could be either number 1 or number 2 or number 3 in the country, top 3 in the country going into the college football playoff. So I love Notre Dame a lot. So that's the team.
Don't hate it. No opponent that won more than 4 games in 2025 until the BYU road trip to BYU.
And then
Miami, SMU.
And Notre
Wisconsin.
Dame lost to Miami last year. So they're going to want to revenge that at home in a big way.
That's so wild. I mean, if you look at their schedule, it really is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games leading up to that BYU game that didn't win more than 4 games. And then you go versus Navy. Remember Navy last year? And that'll be in Gillette after a bye week. Miami, Boston College, SMU, all at home. And then you finish the season at Syracuse. You know, you got returning, of course, CJ Carr, Heisman favorite right now. Man, I don't hate those bets, honestly.
They lost their whole backfield. I get that. Jeremiah Love's in Arizona. Price is in Seattle. I get that. But I think CJ Carr can overcome that. And Notre Dame always finds a running game. Yeah. I think they're going to blow teams out to that BYU game. I really do. I don't think they'll have a game until BYU. So SMU is the other pitfall for them. But other than that, that's a pretty cake schedule, I think, for them.
Yeah. Well, so. Alan, what do you got?
My big one here, BYU plus 550 to win the Big 12. I really like BYU to win this conference this year. I know Texas Tech has the money, but now there's uncertainty at quarterback. BYU's returning a bunch of starters from last year. They're probably one of the most well-rounded teams in the conference. And I think Bear Brockmeyer is going to finally fix some of his mistakes from last year. And I think they're going to beat Notre Dame. I think BYU is going to beat Notre Dame at home, and I think that's going to be a big catalyst for them not only winning the conference but being in the CFP. So I like that plus 550 for BYU to win the Big 12.
I don't hate it. I don't either. Honestly, looking at it too, again, looking at their schedule versus Utah Tech versus AZ at Colorado State. You have a bye week at TCU leading after the bye week, which helps you already prep for that. Versus Iowa State versus Notre Dame at UCF. That's your big cross-country one. Versus Arizona State at Utah versus Baylor at KU versus Cincy to wrap it up. It's on my list too. So I'm down.
It's on my list too. And here's the thing: then if they lose to Notre Dame, so what? Doesn't affect their conference standing.
Not at all.
So,
not at all.
It literally could be the only game that they lose this year. Is that game?
I can buy that.
It could. I mean, depending on how they respond after the bye week, right? At TCU, if they get off to a slow start. But I think that'd be the game. I think TCU game at TCU is going to be one to watch. And then probably the Notre Dame game. So, yeah.
Well, question.
No, I hate it. I got the over and wins too on them. So,
yep.
They're looking good. Yep. For me, guys, my team up here and my friends are going to kill me that I work with. Give me Iowa State under their 5.5 total.
Yep.
I am not a big fan here. You got, of course, Matt Campbell that left for Penn State, and the roster was completely gutted. Iowa State led the nation, 51 outgoing transfers, guys. 51. Can you imagine saying a roster lost 51 players and they're contending? I don't do it. Can't do it. New coach Jimmy Rogers had bring in 47 transfers. Arkansas State transfer QB Jalen Raynor, 36 career starts. He's looking to be the guy to help out, but I just think it's going to be too much here for 5.5.
I am not a Tech hater, Flo, because I have family that graduated from there. So stop that.
No, he loves Texas Tech. He picks them all the freaking time. All the time. Positive. He loves Tech. They're just not going to win the Big 12. So
I don't even have him in the conference title game. Right. Spoiler alert.
So looking here at their schedule here, of course, is Southeast Missouri State, open it up at Iowa versus Bowling Green versus Utah versus West Virginia at BYU, bye week at AZ versus OK State at Baylor versus Cincy at UCF versus K-State. Really looking here, all right, Southeast Missouri State should get the win. Bowling Green will give you that.
Where else?
Cincy? Maybe
Let me look
UCF?
sideways. Yeah, I get.
K-State's looking like
Yeah,
I got 5. If
you got you
still
got to
up,
have them win 6 games, which means they have to win all those games. I'm with you, Tara. I already bet it. Iowa State under 5.5.
yeah. I mean, it is a juicy one, but at the same time, if you can kind of combo it up too with another teams that I'm sure we're going to talk about, like you can parlay these guys up and have a pretty nice little outcome. So under 5.5, Iowa State for my pick here. Scott, what do you got here?
I have so DraftKings has done something new this year. More regular season wins. Indiana -0.5 over Miami, Florida at +150. We looked at Indiana's schedule. It's pretty cake this year. They could win 11 games this year. Maybe 12. If they win 12 games and go undefeated again, Miami's going to lose to Notre Dame. They got Clemson. They could slip up against Clemson. They're going to have to run the table. Miami, I think, is going to finish 10-2 this year. So all Indiana's going to do is win 11 games. They have such a cake schedule. We talked about it at the time. So DraftKings that's at +150. So I took that. I think Indiana is going to win one more game than Miami. That's all they need to do. Win one more game and you win it.
Let's do a count, guys. Let's do a count. Indiana schedule here versus North Texas.
Win.
I got that. Howard.
Win.
Western Kentucky.
Win.
Northwestern.
Win.
Okay. Rutgers. At Rutgers.
Win.
At Nebraska.
Possible loss, but that's in the maybe column.
We got a win over here, so we'll take that.
No, he's got a loss. He's got
No, it's a win. It's a win because it's
a win. All right, that's 6.
Versus Ohio State. It's at Indiana this year.
Boy, Ohio State's loaded this year.
We got 7. We got 7 on our Allen
right,
side.
We got 7.
At Michigan.
That's a win.
Versus Minnesota.
That's a win.
Versus USC.
That's a win.
At Washington.
That's a win.
And Purdue.
That's a win. That's undefeated. It's undefeated. Miami's got Notre Dame on the schedule.
Can Miami go undefeated here? At Stanford.
Win.
Versus Florida A&M.
Win.
At Wake Forest.
Win.
Versus Central Michigan.
Win.
At Clemson.
That's the one. That's a shaky one. Clemson's not great, but that's a shaky one.
Versus Florida State off a bye week.
That's a win.
Versus Pitt.
That's a win.
At UNC.
That's a win.
At Notre Dame.
That's where the loss comes in. See, he thinks Miami's going to beat Notre Dame.
He's still undefeated here. Versus Duke.
That's a win.
Versus VTech.
That's a win.
And of course, Boston College.
That's a win. Boston College is terrible. So Miami's
Indiana. We have let's just say the Ohio State game, right, is our big one. That's the biggest potential loss there. The biggest potential loss here for Miami is Clemson and Notre Dame.
Yeah. If Indiana beats Ohio State at home, they're running the table and going undefeated.
Yeah.
Miami, I don't think can go to Notre Dame and win, especially with all the circumstances. Beating Notre Dame last year when Notre Dame should have won the game and blew it. So I for plus money, plus 150, you got to do it. You got to at least give it a shot. Not saying you put a ton of money on it, but I just think Indiana's going to win.
If one of these teams is going to lose, I think it would be Miami before Indiana. So I agree, Scott.
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's
what do you got, man? What other team are you looking at?
I'm glad Flo's here for this one because I'm going to stay in the Big 12. This is my long shot for this of the whole thing. Out of everything we do, this is my biggest long shot bet that I'm doing. At plus 2,900, Oklahoma State to reach the Big 12 championship. This was a dynamic This was a dynamic offense at North Texas last year.
Wow.
Not only do they all go transfer to Oklahoma State, the Big 12 is not prepared to play powerful offenses like this anymore. We don't see the Big 12 run this type of offense anymore. I don't think there's any way there's going to be hardly any Big 12 teams. The only teams I see really are BYU and Texas Tech that could possibly game plan for this type of offense. But I really like Oklahoma State offensively this year. And I think their defense is one of the more underrated defenses, especially their pass defense. Because, again, coming from North Texas, they were a top 15 pass defense last year in North Texas. So an underrated unit like that can shut down high-powered offenses. So I hate it. I hate saying it. I hate picking it with every fiber of my being. But Oklahoma State could potentially go from worst to first this year.
This is a team with a team potential total over under of like 5.5.
Yeah, Alan's smashing that. I can tell. Here's
the thing. They only have 7 guys returning from last year's awful team. You would think that a team with that much turnover is going to have problems. Here's the thing. A majority of the people coming in already know the system. They already know what
Maker from North Texas,
Maker, the running back, the wide receiver. Basically, all the star players that were at North Texas are going to be at Oklahoma State. And these are not just 2-star guys we're not even talking about. These are guys that are highly touted, highly like saying these guys can play on Sundays in the NFL. So this is going to be a much better team than people think.
My personal opinion is Gundy should have been fired 3-4 years ago. And they just held on to him and held on to him. So that's number one. Number two, playing North Texas schedule and playing Oklahoma State schedule is two totally different animals. But I think that Oklahoma State can win 6 or 7 games at worst and get into a bowl game.
Big 12, I don't think it's going to be good this year.
No, I think BYU is going to be the team to beat. BYU, Texas Tech is not.
And here's the thing. My rebuttal to that, Scott, is I think Eric Morris is kind of in that same echelon as what Kirk Cignetti was coming from James Madison.
The one pushback I'd have with you, Alan, is this. Look at Texas Tech's schedule. It is like soft as a grape. That'd be only pushback that Oklahoma State would not win the Big 12. Plus BYU's in there too. We're all very high on BYU. But I think Texas Tech's schedule is so soft that they could run the table and look better than they really are and get in the college football playoff and lose 42-3 in the first game and be done.
And people are wondering, and the thing with Oklahoma State too is you got to play Oregon at home too, so that's going to be a tough non-conference game. But thankfully, it's not conference. But the reason why I don't mention Utah or Houston, because I know a lot of people are very high on Houston this year. Houston is an unproven quarterback, a quarterback that not many people actually like. So there's the worry there for that. Utah, you've got a completely new coaching system coming in that a lot of players are not familiar with. And I know Utah historically can bounce back from whatever the trials they have. I just think they might take a dip this year.
But having said what I said, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I kind of like it.
There is a good chance Oklahoma State could finish top 3 with Texas Tech and BYU this year.
Without question.
Colorado, I don't even see them. They might be one of, if not the worst team in the conference.
Yeah, I'm not. Deion's talking a big game right now. Let's see you do it on the field.
Yeah. I actually have BYU winning the conference. can. So I love
Yes.
that pick. I love that pick.
I'll take it. Take it. I'm gonna do one more team here for me. I got a list here. I could probably spit out into something for X, but Eastern Michigan guys with the MAC. I'm gonna take over 5.5 here. This has dropped since we recapped the MAC. I don't think I was here for that, but it was 6. I was
I think it was 6. Yeah, I think
that was 5.5.
That's right.
So, and I like 5.5 way more than like 6, obviously. Ranks number 24 nationally, returning production, 62% back. With experienced quarterback Noah Kim, top 3 pass catchers are also back. 6 DBs return that were starters last year, including safety star Bryce Llewellyn. In a conference gutted by the portal, plays one of the weakest schedules in the country, number 130th in the strength of schedule. I'll take that all day. If you look at their schedule too, it represents one of the weakest here. Sacramento State, week 0 versus San Jose State, at Michigan State, at Wisconsin. 2 decently tough games, I would say, for the MAC. And then you go Lindenwood, UMass, Akron, Toledo, Ohio versus Central Michigan during MAC week. No, sorry, that's not MAC week yet. Bye week. Then during MAC week, it's MAC time. It's at Michigan, Western Michigan versus Kent State. I don't see anybody screaming my name.
Tanner, I
actually picked Texas Tech last year, so stop it.
I see 2 games. Lindenwood and UMass could lose both.
Yeah, UMass might take over that game. So,
but no, I like that
on that schedule.
I love that.
They have to be injured. Something has to happen. Complete collapse.
Yeah,
to not get over 5.5 in this matter.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they can win 8 games this year.
I got another one for you too. New Mexico plus 130 to reach the Mountain West Championship. They are the not the co-favorite, but they're the 3rd right now behind UNLV and North Dakota State. But I think I like New Mexico's roster a little bit more than I do these other 2. Because again, I've already spoken my piece on Jackson Arnold. I won't do that again. North Dakota State's brand new to the FBS, so that might take a minute for them to get used to. And then there's Hawaii at plus 230 to reach the Mountain West title game. So those are another couple other
little team.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, win both games. Go ahead.
I'll give you 2 that I like, and it's both the same school. We've talked about this. Arkansas State over 6.5 wins. They're playing in that side of the Sun Belt that's not very good. All the power is on the east side. They're playing in the west. They could win that side of the bracket pretty easily. We even all are pretty high on them. We talked about them earlier. And Arkansas State to win the Sun Belt at plus 1,200. You just get in the conference championship game, and you don't know what can happen in that situation. They could be playing James Madison in the conference championship game. And if James Madison is off on that day and Arkansas State is on, they could win. So those 2 bets I put in already. I put in Arkansas State to beat Memphis outright in week 1 of college football season. I think Arkansas State could be one of those teams that challenge for a playoff spot out of the non-Power 4 conference.
Gotcha.
So, and we talked about it. We all like this side of the bracket, and we think they can win. And I put SMU in as another one, plus 700 to win the ACC. I think we're all high on SMU again this year too.
Yes. Yep.
And Penn State to get in the playoff, plus 360.
Okay. Anything else futures wise? You guys got?
I would love to do some player props, Tanner, but that obviously has been taken away from all of us. So
can't do it, Scott. It's illegal now.
I know
It's
that.
bad.
I know.
Ridiculous.
UMass is plus 13,000 to win the MAC, Scott.
No shot. No, Venmo the lock it in crew the money if you want to pick UMass to plus 13,000. We'll take that too.
Oh, man. All right. It's time, guys. We got like 4 or 5 minutes left here. Perfect timing for the discussion. Alan, the CFP 2026-27 season preview.
Here we go.
All righty. So this was really tough deciding how I thought this was going to play out. Went back, looked at a bunch of schedules, looked at how these teams are ranked, how these teams would be ranked. This really was one of the toughest to pick out. I can already tell you the biggest shock of this whole thing is I have 3 ACC teams in the CFP in this prediction. So that's already going to be a huge thing. I have
All right.
4 undefeated teams at the top 4. There's still quite a bit of SEC and Big Ten representation here. And the group of 5 team is not who you think. So I'll go ahead and get through. We're going to go through the 1 through 4 real quick. So the number 1 overall seed, the top team I have, the team that I think is going to be the best team in the country is the team that won it all last year, the Indiana Hoosiers. I have Indiana number 1. I think they're my favorite to go back-to-back this year. I really, really like their team. I know Josh Hoover's coming from a different system, but we know what Kirk Cignetti's done, especially what he did with Fernando Mendoza last year. And that defense, I think, is going to be better than what they were last year. So I really like Indiana. I'm with you, Scott. I like Georgia a lot. They're my number 2 team. I think they go undefeated as well, win the SEC. That's just a stacked team. That's a very stacked team. I really like. Then that's hard to pick against. Number 3, and then another undefeated team, Miami. I talked about them earlier. I actually do have Miami going undefeated this year, beating Notre Dame, winning the ACC. This is a really, really good team, and I like Darian Mensah as my Heisman favorite right now. The 4th undefeated team, and probably the first shock of this list, is BYU. Only for one specific reason. I have them beating Notre Dame at home. I think that's what's going to propel them to being the number 4 team, finishing with the first round bye. At number 5, I have the SEC runner-up, LSU. Okay. LSU's got a couple tough games. I know they play Texas. I know they play Alabama. But I think I really like Lane Kiffin and what he's going to do for this LSU team. They've got a lot of weapons, and I think Sam Leavitt is probably the most underrated quarterback in college football right now. He is really, really good. And don't sleep on that LSU defense either, because I think they're going to be a really good team. Number 6 is the Big Ten runner-up, and it kills me to say it. It's USC. And one name did it for me. It was probably the most slept on hire of the offseason, and that is Gary Patterson.
Lincoln Riley.
Gary Patterson is going to transform that USC defense into a powerhouse. If y'all have never seen him coach at TCU and how good those TCU teams were defensively, go back and watch, because that could be what this USC defense is going to turn into pretty soon. Number 7, this is kind of a homer pick, but I don't care. I have Oklahoma. I have them only losing to Georgia in the regular season, but I have LSU finishing ahead of them in the poll and going to the SEC title game. Number 8, you kind of alluded to it, Scott. Penn State. Soft schedule. You don't play any of the big 3. You could easily sneak into the Big Ten championship game. But I think just because of them alone finishing with 10, 11 wins, that'll put them in the CFP. Number 9, going to Penn State, I have the ACC runner-up, SMU. I'm with you too, Scott. I really like this team. I think there's a good chance that they could potentially win this conference. Number 10, Ohio State. Yes, they're going to have a couple losses on their resume, but I do think that they're still a good enough team. They're a stacked enough team to where they're still going to be in the CFP no matter what. This one might kill a lot of people in here. Probably going to give everybody a heart attack. This is the third ACC team. And I just want to ask you guys real quick, who do you think's on the hottest coaching seat right now out of this conference?
Out of the ACC.
Out of the ACC, who do you think is on the hottest coaching?
Mike Norvell.
Mike Norvell. Yeah.
That's who I have at number 11, Florida State.
Holy cow. He's not
I have them only losing 2 games, Miami and SMU.
Oh.
But that also means I have them beating Alabama and Florida.
Whoa.
Which I think would get them right passage into the college football playoff.
Wow.
And then my final team, number 12, is the Group of 5 team, and that's New Mexico. I think there's a good chance New Mexico could go undefeated, win the Mountain West, and steal that final CFP spot from a team like a Boise State or a, maybe a UNLV or whoever. I'm picking New Mexico to be the final team in.
Wow.
Scott, thoughts early.
Florida State, USC.
Florida State. I'm enjoying Florida State. Ohio State at 10. Thinking they're going to lose a couple. That was a little surprise to me.
I could see USC getting there. It's going to come down to USC, Alabama, I think, and who gets in. Florida State, that's a lot for me. I don't know if I could take Florida State to get in, because I think the SEC is going to have at least 5 schools in the top 12. But again, USC could be that 10, 11, or 12 seed that gets in because of they could beat Michigan, they could beat Oregon, they could whoever's on their schedule. But Florida State's boy, that's tough. I keep going back to them. Mm-hmm. I think we even agree, Tanner. Norvell could get fired in season. He could be gone.
That's what I'm pretty sure that's what we talked about.
This is going to be the definition of make or break. If you make it, you're a college football playoff team. If you break it, like you guys said, he's fired midseason.
If they lose to Alabama, then the dam's going to break in the bad way for them, and he's going to be gone. I mean, he's lost the last 2 seasons when he's had really good talent. So I can't see Florida, but I can see almost every other team that you got on here, Alan.
And here's funny, because looking at how I have it here, your first round matchups would be New Mexico, LSU. You have Florida State, USC. You have Ohio State, Oklahoma. And you have SMU, Penn State.
Who's your number 1 seed?
Indiana.
I can see Indiana being number 1 seed based on 12-0. If they go 12-0, they're number 1 seed.
It'll be Indiana or Georgia, one of those two.
If Notre Dame beats BYU, they're going 12-0, and they could be the number 1 seed because it's Notre Dame, and that's what the NCAA wants. Yeah. What do you say, Alabama or what?
Choke to Georgia and Tennessee. And then by that logic, I think they would also lose. And then here's the thing with Bama too, because I also have them losing to LSU. So if they lose to LSU and Florida State, I don't have them in the playoff.
I'm not a DeBoer believer. That's another guy I can't get behind.
And notice no Notre Dame either. No Notre Dame.
Yeah, why no Notre Dame?
I have them losing 3 games.
Don't they have a rule? Their rule starts this week or this year?
Yeah. That rule is here, but I have them losing 3 games. So making them outside of the top.
Yeah, but if they're 6-0 going into BYU, they're gonna be 1 or 2 in the country. 1 or 2.
I have Tech losing 2 games this year.
If they beat BYU, they're going undefeated. I don't see Miami going into Notre Dame and beating them after last year. So I agree with you, Canteen. He's not a great coach.
Hey, nothing like a CFP playoff prediction. I'm telling you, nothing like it.
I was last year my actual group of 6 prediction came true. James Madison did get in, so
You get in. That's right. You really yeah.
And Flo, he does have Texas Tech out of the playoff.
yes,
Yeah.
He does not have them in.
I have them losing 2 games.
Go check Flo and the TBL guys out tomorrow night. They're pretty entertaining. So
Yes, they are.
they have their own share of hot takes. If they calling us hot takes, that's fine. It's all good. They got their share, but it's fun time. It's what we love about doing it.
Kansas 12-0. Book it now.
Boom. Home game, baby. Oh man. Hey, this is fun. This is fun, guys. Now
Absolutely.
next week we can get to the real stuff. The bets come back.
0.
The record back. Gonna be insane.
Abba's back.
Abba's back.
Abba comes back, baby. Abba comes back. So we will kick up our college football record or our predictions here, aka our bets every time.
What are we doing NFL? Yeah, Tanner, what are we doing NFL?
All right. So I've been thinking about this on my 900 hours I drove this last week. We're going to do NFL. We're going to start it up. I don't know if I have the capacity in my head to do 2 shows right now. We're going to start this up right after preseason week 3. So that week when all the cuts are done,
that's good.
now we know what the rosters at least look like. Now we know how we feel. Injuries, hopefully pass, right? All that crap. That's what I'm hoping. By the way, Scott, freaking DraftKings. Of course, I went to bed early because, I was tired.
Yeah.
I came up and it auto-picked right before I woke up. Jaden Higgins.
Oh, God.
What is this? What madness do we have? Anyways, we will pick up the NFL right after preseason week 3. We will begin.
Also, shout out to Nick Chubb on a great 8-year career.
Hey, shout out retirement, baby. You know what? Hey.
Who could retire at 30 and be well off the rest of their life? Only in America.
It's fine. Yeah, he's
America.
fine. With legs.
What
Why
a
not?
great country.
Good job, Nick Chubb.
America, really.
Appreciate you. So next week, guys, we will kick off our college football bets, top 5 bets. We'll go over the slate. We'll discuss it here. I don't know how it's actually going to line up yet. I haven't had a minute to think about it. So we'll get this thing lined up, though. Abba's back. Let's just know that Abba's back. We'll have a long shot. We'll have a Scott's parlay. And so we at least got that figured out. So
Tarleton State play next week. Tarleton State play next week.
I'll have one bet, the parlay bet. I just want to sit here and listen to Abba the whole show.
Right chuck, baby. Right chuck. I'm excited. So awesome. All right, fellas. You guys got your Sunday night preview. I don't know what days you're doing that.
It's gonna be Monday night. Yep.
So Monday night, check these guys out. They're talking NFL. They're talking
non-betting NFL preview.
Non-betting.
We save it for the show. That's what me and Alan decided. We're saving.
You want to hear NFL talk Monday night right here on the Raccoon Sports Hub? Go check it out, guys. So, fellas, it's been fabulous previewing. I have never felt better walking into a college football season. Let's see if these damn bets can reflect on what we just went through. So
I'll take TCU over North Carolina by 30.
Yes, please. All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a fabulous Saturday. Have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy the preseason football that's going on. We start college football next week, boys. Let's get to it. We'll see you.